Long before the bullets, there were warnings. In the crowded neighborhood of Kano, a man called Muhammad Marwa, known as Maitatsine, preached with fire in his voice and madness in his eyes. He spoke against radios, watches, bicycles, schools, anything modern. To him, the world was corrupt, and violence was purification. The authorities laughed him off. They said he was just another extremist preacher shouting in the streets. They let him gather followers, thousands of them, mostly poor youths, migrants, and men with nothing to lose. They lived packed together in slums, feeding on anger, belief, and neglect. By late 1980, Kano was tense. Rumors moved faster than the police. Weapons appeared: sticks, machetes, homemade arms. The city felt like dry grass waiting for a spark. In December, the spark came. Maitatsine's followers attacked. Police stations were overrun. Officers were beaten and killed. Government buildings were targeted. Civilians were dragged into the violence, attacked simply for being in the wrong place at the wrong time. Streets turned into battlefields, houses burned. Markets collapsed into fire and smoke. Screams filled the air as fear swallowed Kano whole. The city was no longer governed by law, only by rage, and then the army moved in. When the soldiers arrived, the violence did not end, it multiplied. Gunfire echoed through residential neighborhoods. Armored vehicles rolled through narrow streets. Militants fought desperately. Civilians were trapped between fanatic followers and military force. There was no safe side. Men, women, and children died in the chaos, some shot, some burned, some crushed under collapsing buildings. Bodies piled up in streets and compounds. By the time the fighting stopped, over 4,000 people were dead. Maitatsine himself was killed, but death did not bury his ideas. Between 1982 and 1985, the violence returned under the same ideology: Bulamkutu in Maiduguri, Jimeta in Yola. Gone. Each time, the story repeated itself: radical preaching, ignored warnings, sudden explosions of violence, overwhelming military response, mass civilian deaths. Communities were left broken, families searched for missing relatives. Survivors walked through burned neighborhoods, stepping over memories that could never be rebuilt. The government restored order, but not understanding. The roots of the crisis, poverty, neglect, fanaticism, were left untouched. Maitatsine became more than a man. He became a warning Nigeria did not fully learn from: that when belief is weaponized and suffering is ignored, cities can burn, and thousands can die before the nation finally pays attention. And even then, it may already be too late.